Well, after a couple of exceptionally hard days out there on the trail, we've had a party evening. We're here at Stora Sjofallet Mountain Centre, which is CP1, and Ed Sellon and Kevin Leahy are just in here over my shoulder. So we're going to go and say hello. Evening, gentlemen. How are you?
Hello, Jason.
You're right, Derek. So I'm going to start with you, if you don't mind, Kevin. Sorry to leave you out, Ed, but since you're planning on moving on pretty quickly, I figure we better chat to you first. Kevin, how on earth has it been out there? Can you set the scene for us?
It's been good. It's been up and down, a roller coaster kind of thing. I didn't have a good first day and a half. A couple of things just let me down with technology and stuff like that, and a couple of little mistakes and nav error and stuff like that kind of set me back a bit. But since then, it's been good. Scenery's been beautiful. Conditions have been pretty nice. Got very cold last night, but overall, it's conditions wise, we're very lucky. It's good.
We heard that there was a fair amount of trail breaking to do up there. Is that the case? And you've been at the sharp end of this, so presumably you're the snowplow.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. There was a good bit of after Hut 2 the last time. I think there was like maybe 10 kilometers to get out. After Hut 1, and then again last night we came across a bit of snow plowing to be done. It's tough work.
You seem incredibly sharp. Have you managed any sleep between here and the snow?
I got an hour on the first night, and we got about, I'd say, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours this morning.
What is it like? Because I know the people at home, they would find it hard to relate to sleeping out there in the snow when it's minus 30 and below. What is that actually like?
Yeah, it's tough. Like when I woke up the first morning, I was going to press the SOS button so to get me out of there. But again, if you keep your rad and if you keep everything good, then you should be dry in the tent kind of thing. But it is hard to keep everything dry kind of thing, because if you take snow into the tent and then the snow melts in the tent and it's wet, so it's tricky. It's tricky, and you're putting on frozen boots first thing in the morning and stuff like that. It takes a while to get going.
How are the skis working out for you? Because I know they were a bit of a new thing.
They're pretty good. I was thinking about putting on longer skins, but I don't think I am. They're good. No problem with them. It's a bit of a learning curve. I hadn't really skied that much at all, so the first day when the skis were like icing up underneath, I didn't know what was happening, so I had a lot of I finally figured out that the side of my spoon takes the ice off the skins.
Yeah.
So
whatever works.
There was those teething problems on the first day as well, that I wasn't used to skiing, but it's interesting.
And obviously, you've got so much kit out there, and you've got to have all this kit to take care of yourselves while you're out there. But that leaves a lot of admin decisions to make over the course of a day.
Yeah.
I mean, what's that been like? That's got to be really difficult when you're sleep deprived out there.
Yeah. I was 100%. I'm going to leave here now and think of 10 jobs I didn't do. But no. I think generally, as I say, sometimes it takes a day or two to get into these races, and after a while, after a day or 2 or 3 days, you get your systems kind of thing. You know the pocket everything is in, and it becomes a bit more streamlined. For me it's all about lists. Okay, I have 5 things to do when I get into the checklist: charge my watch, charge my music, charge my headlight battery. So I have 4 of them kind of rotating, and then it's just top up food. So there's another 91k. So probably 3 days worth of food to go into the pulk again now, and water.
I mean, it's an incredible amount of organisation. What have you seen out there? Some of the views, I keep hearing about the amazing sunrises and stuff. What's it been like out there?
Yeah. We had 2 really beautiful sunrises. Sunsets were amazing. Just the first day trekking through the mountains, and I was lucky enough to be kind of out on my own. And the boys were gone ahead, so like it's a vast mountain range, and just me kind of inside in the middle of it. And then the next morning as well, going through that valley was really nice. And then last night we were attacked by this white dove.
Yeah. What are they? These 2 dogs just in little holes in the snow. Just driving our faces.
Yeah.
Flashing angels, sparkling. I thought, we've seen it. Did you see that?
Yeah. It was a bit like that.
If you both did, we can be fairly sure they weren't.
This morning, did you see on the Frozen Lake? A whole bunch of those things, I think.
Oh, I didn't see him, no.
A pack of dogs or a pack of wolves or something just trotting along, crossing the lake in front of us.
Yeah, I saw a nice a flock of moose going through a river as well. A herd of moose.
We'll go with flock.
Yeah,
That's fine.
A gaggle of moose.
And what are your plans from here? I gather you're not hanging around for too long.
I'm not going to hang around for too long. I'm either going to sleep in that car park out there or ski 15 kilometers to a hut where I would sleep in the hut. So I'll make that decision in the next half an hour.
Okay, fantastic. Well, look, you better carry back on with your organisation. Don't let me interrupt you for too long.
Thanks, John.
No worries, Clive. Okay. Ed, how on earth are you doing? Your two teammates are back up in Kiruna now. You've been, well, I was going to say you've been out on your own, but you two seem to have teamed up.
Yeah, that happened by surprise, really. So, set off from the hut with, what's his name? Dutch chap. And I lost him pretty
Rob.
quick, actually. Rob had a bit of trouble. And I was by myself for 10, 15k, missed the hut I was looking for, carried on going. And then I sat down to check my nav. I think I've missed this bridge by a couple hundred yards. Have I? Should I go on a little bit further? Should I go back? And just that moment, Kev turned up, went, definitely missed the bridge. And he'd gone on. So we both went back, found the bridge together. And that was great because it meant that, Kev and I would just breaking the path. And that was just brutal, right over the hill. And we had no choice but to make it to the next hut, which was quite a long stint away. But that was great. That was great because we managed to, find the open door and get our heads down for an hour. So yeah, it was good.
Can't have been easy leaving the hut at Singy last night with your two teammates staying behind there in the wall.
It was a pretty rapid decision.
Yeah.
And also, we operate quite well as a team. And like now, Team Huru, Barney would be there saying, Ed, have you done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? I've done 0, Barney. I've done 0. But I'm working on number 1. So we are very good at checking each other. So I've had to do a quick reorg. He was the navigation man, but that's okay. Being out by myself last night, all night, and most of the day, apart from with Kev a little bit, is it another new adventure? Really?
I mean, incredible. I don't know what your expectations were coming in, but how has this race lived up to your expectations?
I mean, it's an expedition and it's a race, and I was looking for mainly an expedition with a little bit of race to give it a bit of form and to just keep us kind of looking ahead, keep the pace rolling. As it's happened, probably because we got about 2 hours behind on the first morning with the navigation error, we've always felt up against it. So it's been, although it's a long race, everything's happening in a hurry. It's always pushing the pace, get in, quick. It's tent up in a hurry, tent down in a hurry, sleeping bag in a hurry, everything. I mean, it looks very relaxing now, but everything is at pace. Quick break, can't have the gloves off more than, milliseconds. Everything's in a hurry. So this is the first time, for a couple of days, couple of nights that I've been able to do something slowly.
You're effectively under pressure the entire time out there. It feels...
The environment's trying to kill you out there.
Yeah.
I really felt that if I made a mistake up on the hill last night, slept, fell asleep, left something behind, absolute disaster.
Yeah, it's a really fine balance. Like the admin and the organisation here is incredibly important.
Yeah.
How do you keep yourself going when it is getting tough out there? Where do you go in your head when you really are having to dig deep?
Well, I think when I'm very tired and to keep myself awake, I'm talking to myself, I'm testing myself, I'm even just singing to myself, just something that's active, or I'm planning, always just thinking ahead. There's not a lot. I thought this was going to be a great big sort of, living, mindfulness, living in the moment. It's not. There's a lot of just forward thinking and planning all the time.
Well, speaking of forward thinking and, not wanting to pressure you into committing to anything too much on camera, but what are your plans going forwards? Have you thought ahead of this checkpoint?
I need to have a study of the map. I think once I've taken a bit of time, the prospect of getting to the next hut, they're pretty good, those huts, might save me the time of putting a tent up and down and doing all that kind of stuff. So that might be a sort of cost saver. And also just takes the edge off slightly. Tomorrow is a long day. So anything that just nibbles away is good. So probably that. And this is all about looking over the horizons. Yesterday I was over the horizon, see today, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I reckon tomorrow.
Absolutely incredible. You've got so many people invested in you and Kev at the moment. There are so many people across our socials watching you guys. So, we're all behind you, whatever you need.
Well, that's great to hear. Great to hear. I know it's a solitary experience, but clearly it's not really a solitary experience. There, we feel your presence. That's amazing.
Thanks very much, Ed.
Cool.
So it's looking likely our 2 remaining runners are going to carry out on into the snow. But whether they decide to do that and sleep up at the hut, or they're going to rest and recuperate here for a little bit, what we know is that they and the race are going to go on into tomorrow. Obviously, it means a lot to them that they've got the support of everybody at home, and it means a lot to us too. Keep following those dots. We'll be back in the morning.